Another individual who donated his collection of papers and photographs to the HMRC was Alfred Finn, the famous Houston architect. Finn was responsible for the San Jacinto Monument and many other Houston landmarks, such as the Gulf Building, the Lamar Hotel, as well as homes, churches, and movie theaters.
Finn was the towering talent of Houston architects of his generation. The collection is extremely useful for property owners. Many times, for years now, developers have been coming to town or real estate people and being interested in such and such a building designed by Alfred C. Finn, for example. They could come to the archives and get prints of the original drawings and sometimes some of the modifications to the building. Wonderful kind of a record to start with.
Alfred C. Finn studied architecture at Texas A&M and established his practice in Houston in 1913.
He had a fairly nondescript practice until he caught the eye and became the favorite of Jesse Jones, the great visionary developer citizen of Houston, who was responsible for most of the large structures on the west side of Main Street. And Finn was his architect. And in fact, probably one of his most unusual commissions was the San Jacinto Monument, the San Jacinto Battleground.
East of Houston is the historic San Jacinto Battleground, where Texas won its independence from Mexico in 1836. It's also the site of the famous San Jacinto Monument. Sally Ann Schmidt, a graduate student at Rice University, did extensive research in the HMRC collections when writing her paper about the monument.
The Battle of San Jacinto was the last battle of the Texas Revolution in which the Texan soldiers won independence from Mexico. And General Sam Houston and his troops defeated a much larger force of Mexican soldiers under General Santa Anna. It was a very short battle.
San Jacinto is regarded by historians as one of the most important battles in history.
The San Jacinto Monument came out of the Texas Centennial movement, which began in the 1920s. They started construction in June of 36. It took several years for them to complete it. It had its grand opening, of course, on San Jacinto Day, April 21st, 1939.
Texans like to boast that the San Jacinto Monument is the tallest monument in the United States.